Hey, what's up, Audiobook Masters? I'm Rob Anderson. If you don't know who I am, be sure to subscribe, be sure to click the bell notifications, and be sure to give me a thumbs up for this video and leave a comment below. This channel is about self-publishing audiobooks on audible.com and making money doing it that way. So this video is actually, I'm super pumped about it. I just got back from Las Vegas late last night, and I was there attending the SellerCon convention. Now, for those of you who don't know what that is, SellerCon is a convention hosted by the guys at amazing.com who create the Amazing Selling Machine, a course about how to make money selling private label products on Amazon.com. You might be wondering, well, why am I going to talk about that? Isn't this channel about publishing audiobooks? And yes, that is what this channel is about. But as I mentioned on my channel before, I also do really well selling on Amazon. I have my own branded products that I've created. In fact, I just hit over the $1 million mark of gross revenue in the last 12 months, so I'm super pumped about that. I'll probably make a separate video about that. But so the reason I'm including tips from this convention is because I think there's a lot of things that can be applied to publishing audiobooks on Audible, a lot of lessons, a lot of crossover, and the main lesson, of course, being always be learning and always stay motivated. So that's why I'm including that on this channel. And I just want to be really transparent about my life and my businesses. And so that includes talking about selling on Amazon and attending this awesome conference of SellerCon. SellerCon was so cool. There was really three things that made it so awesome to me personally. One was there was tons of networking opportunities. I met a lot of fantastic entrepreneurs who I was able to learn a lot from. In addition to that, I learned a lot of high-level strategies, big picture type concepts that I can apply into all of my businesses. And then I learned, the latest tactics, the strategies, things that are working and things that no longer work on Amazon. So I was able to stay updated that way. And actually, I was able to go with my Amazon mentor, Tim Saunders, who has, sells $1 million per month on Amazon. He has a fantastic YouTube channel, Private Label Masters. So if you're interested on learning how to sell on Amazon, the nuts and bolts of it, check out his channel. What then exactly did I learn at SellerCon, and how can you apply that to publishing audiobooks, and how can this impact your publishing business? Well, they had awesome speakers there. Name well-known entrepreneurs. They had Robert Kiyosaki of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I'm sure that book has probably changed a lot of your lives. They also had Sarah Blakely, the founder of Spanx, who was probably my favorite speaker, and I'll talk about her. They also had David Asprey, the guy who founded Bulletproof Coffee, and also John Mackey, the guy who founded Whole Foods and ended up selling it to Amazon. So these are just some of the well-known people they had at this conference. I learned a lot just from Sarah Blakely. She's now, she is, if you don't know, I didn't know much about her before this conference. She's actually the first self-made female billionaire, which that is crazy if you think about it. That automatically just elevates her to a certain level status. And now she's one of my favorite entrepreneurs. For me personally, she's in the category now of somebody like Elon Musk or Mark Cuban, somebody that I really look up to and try to learn from. Her story about how she started Spanx is incredible. She was just staring in the mirror one day, feeling really insecure about her looks. And so, she invented this product, crude products, just taking leggings or tights and turning them into a crude version of what Spanx is today. So she really solved a problem that she herself was facing. It wasn't some complex algorithm like Google or Facebook. She just solved a basic need that she herself had and turned it into something huge. But what I really liked about her was her hustle. When she got into Neiman Marcus, which was a huge accomplishment in and of itself, of course, being able to be in a retail chain like that, she not only got into the store, she was given 7 stores as a test run, 7 Neiman Marcus stores, and if it sold well in Neiman Marcus, then they said they would give her more opportunity. You know what she did once she got in those 7 stores? She called each and every random connection she had in every one of those 7 cities and told them to go and buy Spanx and told them what to say. They gave them a little script, at the cashiers to go and say certain things, which is just incredible. So yeah, she called her friends in all these random cities and said, hey, do you remember me? We sat together in 4th grade. I'm Sarah. Can you go buy this product at Neiman Marcus? And I'll send you a check for the amount. And can you tell the cashier this and this and this? Well, wouldn't you know, after doing that, Neiman Marcus was impressed. They're like, man, we can't keep your product in stock. Well, you know what? She didn't stop there. Another thing that I just was like mind-blowing to me, she didn't just let the product sell itself. She didn't just put it on some display shelf in Neiman Marcus and just hope that it would sell well. For 2 years, she put on high heels and on painful marble floors and went to all, traveled around various Neiman Marcus stores selling her product to women for free. The Neiman Marcus wasn't paying her. She went to stores and did, shows of her own in these various Neiman Marcus stores for about 2 years, just traveling 8 hours a day selling her product. So, I probably wouldn't have thought of that myself. I probably would have just been like, oh great, I got into Neiman Marcus. That's all I need, that's good enough. But she went the extra mile, and she said, if she hadn't done those things, she wouldn't be where she is today, with the wealth that she has. Another thing that really impressed me that she said is that, stereotypically, business is dominated by men, and a lot of masculine qualities, tend to come into business. Things like wanting to annihilate the competition. That's a thing that's a kind of a male-driven thinking, stereotypically. I know there's, exceptions, but she believes that, embracing more feminine qualities like love and empathy can really go a long way in business. And it doesn't always have to be about annihilating one another or being the best or the greatest. And so that's really given me some food for thought to think about. I've really been pondering that. So, if you have any chance to check out her story, go ahead. So there was a lot of high-level things like that I learned. I also learned a lot of specific strategies, things like Facebook launch strategies, how to launch a product to the first page of Amazon, how to do better Facebook ads. For instance, did you know there's a new thing called the Facebook ads library that Facebook recently created, because they're trying to be more transparent after meeting with Congress, and that allows you to basically see, you type in any Facebook page, and if they're running any Facebook ads, you can see all their ads on Facebook. So now you can see all the various ads on Facebook from your competitors, which that's just awesome. So you just can test their various ads yourself for your ads. So that's pretty cool because I've been experimenting lately with Facebook ads for audiobooks, using Facebook ads to sell audiobooks, and also using Facebook ads to generate a reliable source of people who can review audiobooks. That's one thing that I learned. There's another Amazon guru there named Mike McCleary, who's super well known for just testing the latest things that are working. He'll spend $1,000, $2,000 just to see if something works. And so that lesson definitely applies to audiobook publishing. Just testing. Test, does this method of getting reviews work? No, okay, how about this one? Does this type of book cover work? Does adding this in the narration of your audiobook work? Just testing random things. And so, what I want to apply to audiobook publishing for, everybody out there is networking. I met a lot of awesome entrepreneurs there. Like I mentioned, I'm selling $1 million of product on Amazon. So I could have the mindset like, oh, I've been successful, I've been doing this for 3 years, I don't have anything else left to learn. But that is not the case. There were people there that sell 2 million, 3 million, 10 million, 20 million a year, and I learned tips from them. And even people who sell less than me, I learned a lot from. There's always somebody else's brain is always gonna think a little bit differently than yours. And you can learn how to do something a different way than how you would do it yourself. Don't limit yourself. Always be connecting with other people who publish. People who publish audiobooks, people who publish Kindle books, people who publish paperbacks. Even if you're successful, even if you're making 5 grand, 10 grand, 20 grand, 100 grand publishing audiobooks, connect with other people, because I guarantee you they have thought of something that you haven't. And that can be also a great way to find a mentor. Maybe you haven't been that successful, but you can find people who have, find somebody nice who's been there, and then you can learn a lot that way. That's one thing that you can apply directly to publishing audiobooks. And just this concept of always staying up with the latest. Things change on Amazon all the time, and things are changing all the time on ACX as well. They just changed the way they distribute promo codes. You used to just email them and you could only get 25. Now you can get 100, and your narrator can also get 100, and they have a promo codes dashboard within ACX. They also made huge changes to the bounty program. They don't give the $50 bounties away like they used to, unfortunately. So staying up with these changes, is really important. Don't just get to a certain level. Oh, I made $5,000 a month now. Now I don't have to learn, just set and forget. Any business is not set and forget, including audiobook publishing. It's primarily passive, but it's not like, if you want a totally passive, buy dividend paying stocks and just set and forget. But don't set and forget, your audiobook publishing business. Try to stay up with the latest and greatest, the tips and tricks. Just always be learning. I'm trying to read 10 pages minimum a day of a good book, good business book or something like that. I'm currently reading the book Can't Hurt Me by David Coggins, which is excellent. I recently finished, The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson, and I'm attending this Amazon conference. So always be improving your knowledge base, no matter how much you already know or how successful you've been. Reading can have a compound interest effect. If you can read one book per month in business or self-help or psychology, man, it'll be, the returns on that will be insane. And then of course, attending conferences like SellerCon. If you have a chance to attend an Amazon conference or a self-publishing conference or any kind of business conference that you believe to be reputable, don't second guess it, just do it. Yeah, it might cost you $500, $1,000, $2,000, but you will get that money back. You will get that money back in the growth of your business if you apply what you learn. So be sure that you do that. That's about all I have to say. There's a lot of lessons, a lot of crossover from selling physical products to selling audiobooks. And so that's what I wanted to share, some of the lessons that I learned, and I'm just super excited about everything that went down there. So always be learning, guys, always be testing, always be networking, always be on the cutting edge of things that are happening in whatever business you're in. Especially is true for audiobook publishing. Okay, so that's it, guys. I'm Rob Anderson. Be sure to give me a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and let me know if you like this video and what kind of content you want to see.